Hello, everyone. We're Bad Moms in Business, and we are back for season 2. Ladies, how exciting is this day?
Oh, what a big day.
I'm so excited.
And our listeners may not know, but incidentally, today is our 1-year anniversary of absolutely publishing our very first podcast a year ago.
Yeah,
It's
so
such a day to celebrate.
it's such a big day. And it's funny because Danielle posted our very first podcast ever.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah, I did.
She did.
We were really bad at this. We tried so hard.
We were not great.
A for effort.
Listen, I disagree. I listened to it and I go, you know what? For our first podcast, I'm not embarrassed.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. When I clicked on it, I was like, oh, here we go. And it wasn't that bad.
It really was. Maybe we were more stiff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we're
cringy.
We're loose, but I was very proud of it. I can't help it.
Proud. I used to be so nervous to record. I have public speaking fears, like the whole 9. And it used to feel like I was speaking to a group of, like 100 people. So I used to get so nervous, and now I'm just like, where's that record button? Let's just do this.
Let's do it. Isn't that so sweet? So let that be a testimony for anyone who's thinking about getting into podcasting. Listen to Danielle's words that she just said. If she can do it, you can do it.
This is so true.
That's right.
So our last podcast was August 19th. Just FYI, that's the date that we last threw out a piece of content for our sweet community.
2 months, guys.
Wow.
2 months.
I have to admit, you guys, I missed you so much, but also that pretty great.
I thought it was going to end
she's
there.
Getting real warm and fuzzy.
No. It's not her style.
But also
that break was wonderful.
It was.
Absolutely. And I think this is a perfect segue into, because that break was so wonderful and what we learned from the last, quarter of recording and our break, we learned a lot of things. So I think moving forward, we're doing things a little bit differently. Who wants to explain what we're doing a little different? Because I think there's some fun changes.
I think so too. So I think one of the first things that we should talk about, I don't know how many of you listening or watching out there are actually a part of our VIP group, but I believe we are going to no longer be using the VIP group moving forward. And instead, Bridgette's just like, see ya, bye. So look, Facebook has had a lot of changes to their algorithm. We've done a lot of, trying to figure out what's going to work for us. And I think we've decided that moving forward, our community building efforts would be better focused in our Instagram world. Mm-hmm. And then we will always still have our Facebook business page to let you know when, different announcements and every week when our podcasts are going live and things like that. And that'll be a place that you can watch them there. But I really think our community building will be switched over to Instagram.
Yeah. And it makes sense. I mean, when we were discussing how we were moving forward, I will be the first to admit that I was sad because Facebook is where I hang out. It's my jam. Instagram is fine. TikTok is fine, but I don't necessarily even go on those platforms daily. Where Facebook, it's every 10 minutes. I'm like, so what's new over on Facebook? Yep. But it does make sense because the algorithms have changed. It makes gaining any sort of traction or audience next to impossible, and was a lot of work for very little return.
Yes, it was a ton of work.
Absolutely. And so I think while we are, very sad, even Bridgette is reluctant to maybe cut that string off of that part of our business model. It just, like Bridgette said, for the amount of effort that went into it and the very little return. And it's not that our community wouldn't engage. It's just our community couldn't see it to engage.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep. So we're just trying to be better stewards of our time. So that way we can do more fun things with our families and produce maybe more content for you to actually digest that you will actually be able to see.
We
And
are
I think
practicing what we preach.
that's exactly going to say, Danielle, take a lesson from us. Be a better steward of your time. If you are wasting your time doing things that aren't gaining anything, stop it.
Yep.
Stop. Quit.
Done.
Don't do that. So the other change is regarding the length of our episodes. So if you guys were with us last year, you know we can go off on tangents.
Can we?
We love to talk. And sometimes those episodes got a little away from us. We can admit it. So we are going to be very, very conscious of staying within 20 to 25 minutes per episode. It'll be more digestible for you as the listener, and it will be easier for us to record. Yep. And when we have special guests, which they're coming, I promise, those will be a little bit longer in length, most likely. But your general episodes per week are going to be shorter. And you're welcome. You're welcome.
Absolutely. Well, and our special guests, because we don't want to rush them, we might even break them down into a 2-part, episode series that, again, will allow you to consume them in a thoughtful approach too, because 20 minutes is about, I think, for everyone, a good attention span.
100%.
So I'm very pumped about that change. And I have a timer on my phone. So we're not going to be like, peace out, but we're kind of
serious.
Really serious. I mean, really mean it this time.
We've been saying this for months and months that we were going to do this. And I think we're really on track to do it this time. And, we still may get winded from time to time, but that's when we will try to cut it off and create a second part for you guys.
Yeah,
absolutely. And hold us accountable to it.
Yes, hold us accountable. Yes. So now that we're probably 10 minutes into this episode already, let's quickly do a fun round robin. What have you guys been up to for the last 2 months? What's new? What's going on? Danielle, why don't you start? Because yours is probably the most exciting.
All right. So I've been doing a lot of work and things like that, and also growing a human being.
Growing a human being. Yes. Yes. I think it was our last episode where we announced.
Yep, it was. So I've been doing a lot of that. It's been awesome and tiring and exhausting and incredible all at the same time. And it's just fine. We'll get into that more in another episode. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Working, growing a human being, hanging out with my family, enjoying a little bit of a break.
Are you fully settled into your house?
I am. Yes. Look, I got the Halloween decor out and stuff.
How many weeks?
I thought that was just your regular Tuesday decor.
Yeah.
I may leave it out. It's fine. I like it.
Yep.
This is my office. Brandon doesn't need to see it. He hates all my Halloween stuff. Listen, I don't go to a Halloween store for Halloween decorations and costumes. I go for my own individual everyday wardrobe and my home decor that stays out all year. That's what I do.
Yeah. It's okay.
Amanda, how about you? Do you
I have Halloween.
Use Spirit Halloween? Yes.
Is that a Christmas tree?
Seasonal for you.
It's a Halloween Christmas tree.
Interesting. Okay.
It's got eyeballs on it.
Okay. All right. I can get behind that.
I mean, I could have a lit tree all year round if necessary. But Danielle, I want to ask, how many weeks are you?
I am, by the time you're seeing this, 23 weeks.
So everyone, when this episode comes out, please go to our YouTube channel and take a look at the gorgeous Danielle, because she's looking mighty beautiful for 23 weeks.
Thanks.
You are really carrying
glowing.
If my first pregnancy has taught me anything, it's that this won't stay.
But you know what?
I'm going to get real puffy real fast.
So really love what you look like today, because you look fantastic. Although I think you look, or I thought you looked beautiful up until you had Watson. So nonsense.
She did.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So
she did.
Bridgette, what's happening with you?
Honestly, I'm very boring. Like Danielle, you're growing a baby. Amanda, you're gonna have some fun updates for us about pressed rose, I'm sure.
Mhm.
I bleached my hair.
Looks great.
I love it.
That's it.
It looks so good.
That is not it.
Stop it.
That's it. Bleached my hair. That's literally it. That's all that's new in my life. I really took those 2 months and I worked a lot.
You worked your butt off.
Worked your butt off.
Yes.
And I believe you have hit a very important goal that you have set for yourself in terms of that work. And I think that needs to be shared because I'm so proud of you. I just want my
Oh my
that's how
gosh.
proud of I am.
Are you
of
comfortable sharing? Because I think if you're comfortable
Yeah.
sharing, I think our listeners need to hear it because we'll back up how amazing that is.
It is. This is huge.
This is huge. Go girl.
So
go.
for the last 2 years, my goal has been to sell $5 million in real estate by December 31st, by the end of the year. And by the end of October, I will have sold $5.1 million worth of real estate.
And our listeners, some might understand that that's a lot. Some might go, that doesn't seem like a ton. But in our community where our average sale might be 175 to 190, it's a lot of transactions. That's a lot of hustling and pounding the pavement. So 5 million is a big deal, Bridgette.
And that's also a lot. Yes, in terms of like where we live, but also in terms of our market too. That's a lot of showings.
It is.
That's a lot of writing offers that aren't getting accepted. This is a ton of work in one of the most challenging markets that I think any of us have ever seen.
The most competitive market that I think we'll see for a very, very, very long time. So you have
so proud of you.
done a lot,
Thank you.
Bridgette.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, I have worked a lot. I'll be very transparent. When we were getting close to the end of season 1, I was like, I don't know how I can do both of these things. It's very difficult. I relished that break. Like I said, I missed you guys. I missed getting together every 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
But having that Tuesday clear took so much pressure off of me, it felt like. So I'm glad we're back. I'm so excited to be back, but I needed that break. And so I'm thankful for it. So I bleached my hair and I sold $5 million of real estate.
Boom.
Love it.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Love it. I just want to touch on as well, like that's again why we made some changes to our formatting because we do love doing this and we want to keep it where it's a sustainable thing for the three of us. So for me, one of our last episodes was introducing Press Rose and what Press Rose was all about. It has officially opened and we have successfully had our very first monthly market in September, and it was very successful beyond where I dreamt it could be because anytime you do anything new, you don't know if anyone's going to show up. You hope people will show up. It's like having a birthday party for your kid and you so desperately go like, you don't want them to have no friends come, right?
Yep.
So I didn't know. We worked hard, but that doesn't mean people are going to come in, in a time that people are still being hesitant to get out and about and do just fun stuff like that because of COVID is still around. And so it was amazing. It was beyond anything I could have dreamt up. And I'm just so proud. And we're basically fully set for our October market that's happening in a couple of weekends. And I'm just super, super pumped. So I'm not baking a baby, but I feel like I delivered a child in the business.
You did.
It's so similar to being pregnant with Owen. All of that time to bake it.
Yep.
Then deliver it. And then now we're just like seeing it, is it
flourish
and
grow?
Is it going to start crawling? Okay. Is it going to like start walking and running and it'll just be see. So it's very interesting how hand in hand business and pregnancy is very similar.
It's true.
Well, and I got to see the store. I went and visited you and it's so, Danielle.
We had a bit of a sick family going on at that time. And so I didn't want to infect anybody.
At home.
I did. But I can't
you're gonna
wait.
Go to the October market.
Exactly. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I will be there.
But the store is so cute.
Thank you.
I bought different things and I have not gonna lie, I've been scoping my house out for where I can put one of Rose's prints. So I might just be back in October.
So we have my mom's artwork in there this month that's featured is 12 women. And it's like every single one's a different color. And I was trying to figure out how much to price them because they're really pretty. They're very detailed. And I ended up going, I can't sell these.
What? I guess I'm not going to buy one then.
So the ladies on the top row of the store can't be sold. They're just for decorations. And like, I just can't.
My gosh.
But she has
that's
other
hilarious.
beautiful
Yes,
prints there.
yes.
She has other artwork.
It's really, there's some things I'm just really attached to.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
That's sweet.
So thank you for your kind words and everyone's well wishes because it was amazing.
Yes.
So sweet.
So another school year has begun.
Yes.
And for me, it's been miserable. Listen, I'll just throw it out there. Like, school for my child is awful. And I'm sure a handful of our listeners are going through the same thing. Some days have been absolute hell. That's probably the most you'll hear me like cuss on our podcast. It's just been a really, really, really rough 4 weeks. Thank you, ladies, for listening to my tears and sadness about how hard it's been. But Bridgette, how are your boys liking school?
Well, they really do like it. It's funny because hopefully you can't hear them in the background, but they're home this week because Huron Township had a water main break. And so all of the schools are closed because we're under like a boiling water advisory. I don't know. And so they can't safely wash their hands at school or drink the water at school. And so they're closed until Thursday. They'll go back Friday.
And that's after just getting out of the threat of chemicals being in your water as well.
Yes.
Or in the sewers, rather. Wasn't it just in the sewers?
Yeah. Ford Motor Company had some sort of leak. Luckily, we were not within those boundaries. Our church was, so our church was affected. A lot of my friends were affected. But
absolutely.
Yeah, something in Southeast Michigan.
Dawn dish soap doesn't, take care of that. Can take up oil spills on little baby ducks, but Dawn dish soap can't take care of stinky sewer lines.
No. But yeah, so school's going well. Aaron is in his last year of elementary school. That hurts. That one hurts. And I decided that this was the year to join the PTO board because I have one foot out the door, so may as well do it now.
I love the way
a lot of moms think, Bridgette.
This is mom gold right here. This is mom hacks 101. Please remind me of this, please.
I'll have 2 years left. Jace is in third grade, so I'll have 2 more years. But I don't hold a board position or anything. I'm just helping. But yeah. So
while we are joking about our commitment to those type of things,
yes,
we are extremely grateful for the women and the dads, mostly women who really contribute and commit to that program. So our kids have amazing things at the school and they take such good care of teachers. I mean, what a great program.
It is. And being at the first meeting of the year was really eye-opening to see just what the PTO does for our students. It's a ton.
It's a ton. So if you're a PTA or PTO mama or dad, thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right. Where are we on our...
Oh my gosh. The panic. We only have 1 minute and 32 seconds. And I also notified I have more lives on Candy Crush.
Oh, good.
I was nervous about that.
I know
we're not always going to point out how much time we have left, but I feel like this is the first one. So
we can't skip out on what we just said we were going to do, on the very first episode.
Right.
We'd be really lucky.
Second episode, sure.
Yeah. Well, in the second episode, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be talking about that little baby.
Oh my gosh.
That ballet.
This one right here.
You are not going to want to miss that episode.
Yep.
Stay tuned for that next week.
I
But
love
that's
it.
for this week. We're signing off. It's been 20 minutes. We're out of here.
Oh my gosh. We're going to not even, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Well, thank you everyone for
This is a record.
listening.
I just want to say one thing really quick. Thank you to everybody for sticking around, asking us, messaging us, contacting us, reaching out, asking when we're coming back, missing us. We missed you guys so much. Thank you for being here, supporting us, loving us, because we support and love you too.
Absolutely. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of our social channels. Help grow us so we can grow you.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was good. All right, guys. We will see you next week. We are Bad Moms in Business, and we're out.
Bye, guys.